3, 2, 1. We are live. Hello and welcome to Wholesome Roots. I see that Diana at Justice Acres has already joined us in the chat room. And I am waiting to see those numbers go up before we start all the exciting stuff of the evening. Sorry that I was 4 minutes late. We were wolfing down our dinner again. Frozen pizza this time. Friday pizza. 2 girls in an acre homestead. Hello, how are you? Glad you could join us. J&A Golden Pyrenees, how are you? Valerie D, good to see you all. Ryan's joining me. He's just fixing his hair. Yeah, because, like, I fixed my hair. Could you tell? It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
You got this super bright overhead light on.
You see that? See how much better the lighting is tonight?
But is it?
You guys be the judge.
Well, if I turn it off, maybe it'll be like...
No, it was dark. I tested it.
Okay. I feel like everybody can see me now, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable.
Hello, Kayla Smith. Valerie says she can see us. See? Oh, you showed them the motorcycle? Yeah. Yeah, that's Liam's motorcycle. Shannon Mudicelli says lighting much better. Yay!
Oh, mine.
Tammy 1960 is here. She says the lighting and volume is good. Valerie says hi, Liam.
Hi.
Mike Carey says hello, Rose and Tractor Man Ryan.
I'm digging the nickname, man. Thanks.
Michelle Justice says hello from Washington State, creating essence. Ryan is really rocking the Ragnar look lately, right? I called him Ragnar the other day. Your wheel fell off. Go get it.
At work, one of the guys, when I first did this hairstyle, he said, "Hey, it's Ryan Ironside." I was like, "No way, you're a Vikings fan. That's cool."
I don't know if it looks more like Ragnar or Bjorn.
I think my beard would need to be more blonde to be Bjorn.
You found your pig. You still got pizza on your face. That means you're still eating, doesn't it? You go finish your pizza?
Where's your strawberry? You've had a strawberry.
Oh, it's sitting on the couch.
Oh, go eat it.
Hold this for me.
Okay, I'll hold that for you. Oh, it's falling to pieces.
Oh, it fell pieces.
So how is everybody doing tonight? We got 21 people watching right now. So let's hear how you guys are and what you're up to. How's the weather?
Rainy.
We went through a freak rainstorm at the grocery store, and it wasn't raining at all here.
Not a
And it was like severe
A
thunder,
giant,
lightning.
what, like, pushed into the car.
Like, it went straight down in front of us. Big lightning strike. The power went out in the grocery store when we were in the checkout line and everything.
Thank you.
Go find it. It's in the bed, I guess. Oh, you found a different one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it scared the crap out of me.
Rowan, that's not proper language for a 6-year-old.
This
Brenda Buckley, hello from Coolville, Ohio. I enjoy watching your vlogs. Thank you. Why do you feel old? For not watching Vikings? Vikings is universal. I think my mom watches Vikings, doesn't she? Or she has.
I don't know.
Storming like crazy here. Pulled weeds all afternoon. I wish I had pulled weeds all afternoon. I haven't had energy to do that. It was 94 degrees out there, though. So I don't know how I could have.
Said a lot of stuff. Oh, laughing.
Lady V, the hopeful homesteader, says, good evening, everyone. There's your ponytail.
Somebody was laughing.
I don't know what's up with this little boy wanting a ponytail. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wants to be like Daddy.
Ponytail. Somebody's laughing, Mom.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Jane A. Golden Pyrenees is the one that made the laughing emoji face.
And the other guy.
And that was Creating Essence. It was 89 degrees out. Diana, where are you at? Justice Shakers? In North Carolina, it got very dark up here, but it never rained.
They see it.
But on the other hand, we finally found someone to till the garden, so I got the trellis up. That's good news.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. You'll make it fall out.
Okay.
We want the paper tied.
Hmm?
We want paper tied. We want mine. Until paper tied.
Super tight. You want it super tight. It took us both a minute to figure out what he was saying. Super tight ponytail. Urgh, there you go. I don't go pulling it out again.
Tammy 1960 said, nice ponytail. You say thank you.
Go eat your pizza.
Burrito.
You ate all the whole pizza, the entire pizza that I cooked just for you.
There's 2 more left.
Really? There's only 2 pieces left? You want some?
No,
Where's your
I
strawberry?
You full?
Yeah.
Well, go eat your strawberries. Hello, Daniel's Fresh Farm. How are you tonight? Hope everyone is doing well. We got 25 people in the room watching.
25 people watching. I hope there are 27 thumbs up because there's 27 watching now.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
We're just coming up in our numbers. I would like suggestions from you guys about what kind of videos you'd like to see more of. Obviously, I do a vlog type video every day for the most part, most days. And then I do extra educational videos here and there about different topics. Are there topics you'd like to see discussed more? Would you like more educational and less vlog, or more vlog and less educational, or a mix, or what? I need your input. I want your advice. Barbara Koenig says only cool guys can rock a ponytail. That's right.
Thea Nichols, hi, good night, beautiful Rose, Liam, Rowan, and Ryan, nice to be there. Great to see you. Great to see you, Thea. I like seeing your comments. Daniel's Fresh Farm, thanks for watching. Eugene's great, buddy.
Eugene is a piggy. He eats a lot. More educational, says Shannon Mucitelli.
Okay.
Love the teaching bits. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's definitely a good way to go. It's harder to set up and get ready for a teaching video. I kind of have to plan it in advance and know what I'm going to talk about and have a kind of, not a script, but at least an idea of the points that I don't want to forget that I'm going to make in the video. Like, I was thinking that I could do some type of, like a spreadsheet, not a spreadsheet, but like a diagram for myself to follow and make sure I don't forget anything, and then I could just put any topic into that diagram and it would give me a point to work from. Love watching what happens on the farm. Love seeing the boys and just seeing how your homestead thrives. Even the challenges, it's all good. Thank you, Yoda girly.
Alright, we can get started now. Robert from Daybird is here, so.
Oh, now the party's really
I
started.
appreciate everybody's patience. Thank you for finally showing up, Robert. We will begin now.
Bree S says, I can't comment, I'm peeling eggs. I know the struggle is real. I peeled like 12 eggs today for the boys to snack on.
Hey, peeling eggs is better than onions, right?
This is true. Good to see you, Robert. Nice job saying the last name. Learn to make cheese from you. Oh, good. I sometimes get your name, I try to put a T in front of the C's, so I apologize for doing that. I make an effort.
I didn't hear you say the name. I don't think. Is it
Mucitelli?
Mucitelli? You should have let me have done it.
Sorry.
Mucitelli, that's what I was going to say.
Yay, Deb Carlson is here! That's my friend. I have got to make curry this week, Deb. I have got to. I had a chicken die, and I don't know if it's from a fox or a raccoon. Oh, I'm so sorry. Those are hard to tell apart. They usually use the same type of tactics in their hunting methods. So I apologize. That's really hard. I'm sorry.
That's rough.
Kiri Hyde, how are you? How are the goats? How much milk did you get? You just came in for milking. That's always fun. I don't do evening milking, so it's interesting to hear other people talk about it. A Michigan gardener is opening a brick and mortar store. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, and you've got a couple of YouTube channels coming. That's really cool. I didn't know they were opening a brick and mortar store. That's great for them. That's incredible. Can you believe? So they started out as YouTube, I'm pretty sure, and started selling their seeds, and now they're opening. Oh, wow. Can you imagine if we ever got to that point because of YouTube that we could, like, actually open a store or an educational facility for teaching people? Wouldn't that be amazing? I can never get my fresh eggs to peel either, Kayla. It's a pain. I have to go really slow.
I don't understand. I never really ever have that problem. Not really.
I still have carrots, lettuce, kale, sunflower, squash, and melon left to plant. I can't wait until the trellis is all covered in vines. It looks kind of naked right now. Yeah, I was thinking that I might get some cattle panels this year. I've not bought cattle panels in the past just because the price just to buy one is kind of high. What are they, like 30 bucks each?
I don't know.
And so I'm like, but I think they'll last forever. So once I buy one, I might get addicted to having cattle panels to grow things up. So I might have to do that. Kathy Stevenson is here. Hello. Annie Martin says it's raining and got the chickens put up just in time. Hello, Hollycraft. Good to have you join us. Oh, the rain didn't come here. It rained in town. We drove 10 minutes home, or 20 minutes home, however long it takes us to get home, and it was bone dry here, and Ryan pulled it into the barn just in case it does.
I got it all put up.
That's why I had it on that cardboard, so I'd be able to pull it. That was good planning there. Because if I had just laid it out in the grass, imagine what a pain it would have been. I would have had it all mixed up. I would have known which one was which.
I tried to not disturb how you had them laid out.
I hope not.
Just in case.
There was definitely a pattern to that.
I did my best. I can't say that they all...
Well, I put them facing opposite ends. Each variety faced a different direction. Okay. So that helps, probably. Barbara Koenig says, I agree on teaching. The plant identification and the garlic harvest were great. Yeah, I was thinking about doing, like, one video about Queen Anne's lace and talking about the uses of Queen Anne's lace, how to identify it, like what things you can make with it, how is it used for food, how is it used for medicine, things like that, things that are growing wild more so than actual, and then of course garden stuff too. 7 cups. Ooh, Sadie fights her. She won't let me milk her this year. I don't understand. Shady does that for me sometimes, not for Ryan.
She's in the good girl club for me. She does it.
Yeah, but Shady sometimes fights me a little bit. But I noticed that if the food starts to get low, she starts to stomp, and I think it's because she thinks that she's not going to have any food left. And so if I add a little bit in the middle, she seems to do well. $20, yeah. $20 I guess aren't that expensive, but, you know, I would need a lot of them for just doing one bed. If I wanted to do it from one end to the other, it would be at least 3 of them.
I think part of the problem in the past was we would need to have them delivered.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I have access to trailers now, so that wouldn't be an issue. So.
Oh, that's right. You can borrow the work trailer. I was sitting here like, huh? Yeah, selling plants, like a nursery business, is actually one of the business plans that I have gone through in my lifetime of wanting to start my own businesses. I actually used to have, my Facebook page used to be called Passionate Plants, because what I was going to do is sell all the types of plants I was passionate about. Most of that was going to be edible, medicinal, native to the southeast, and rare and endangered. At least the ones that you can legally sell. And those were, that was going to be my focus. But that was when I was married to my ex, and I built this big old greenhouse, and then, of course, he's my ex now. And the greenhouse is still over there. I can get it anytime. It's just, I don't even know if my landlord would let me put it up. So I haven't had that conversation. I just had someone see my pigs on YouTube and decided to buy 2 instead of 1. Yay! That is awesome, Thomas Schmidt. Good deal. I love when stuff like that happens. Oh, she won't get on the stand. You know, I had some goats doing that a couple of weeks ago, and I swear I think a possum had been sitting on the stand during the night, and I didn't see, and they could smell it or sense it.
Daniel, hawks can leave feathers. I don't know a whole lot of information of what you found, but if they took the whole chicken away, a lot of times there might be some from when they initially grabbed it.
Hawks will leave a lot of feathers.
Yeah.
Fox and raccoons will leave a trail of feathers.
Yeah, and you'll find
in a very straight line to where they're going.
If you have a water source nearby, like a pond or a lake or a creek, look nearby there, and if you see their remains around water, look for the handprints. Raccoon handprints look a lot like human handprints. They're like this, and you'll see it by the water, but raccoons like to wash it before they eat it.
Kathy Stevens said they rust. Now, I don't mind cosmetic reasons for rust, but do they rust to the point where they break through the cattle panels?
No.
Or do they stay pretty solid even after developing a good bit of rust?
I think they stay pretty solid. I've seen them and they're worse.
Miss Vicky says, hello, new viewer here. Good to have you, Vicky. I'm glad you could join us.
Good evening, Miss Vicky.
And J&A says they're indestructible. So I think getting at least 1 and seeing how it goes. I work mine into arches, and T-post makes a nice shady spot to pick all those pole beans. I was thinking arches too. I really like that idea. I'm looking to get 2 Nubian kids for the wife. What should I look for when choosing kids? Good bloodlines. So if they're registered, if you're looking for registered animals, you're going to want to look at the different pedigree. And so if you look at the registration paper, you look at the dam and the sire, and they will list the dam and the sire back a couple of generations on the registration form. And what I look for when I'm looking at that, as an example, yes, okay, hold this. So this is a registration paper. What I'm looking for, this is so weird, I'm backwards, is these numbers here. This says LA whatever, that's a year, LA 2000. That means that they were on linear appraisal for the year 2000. Most goats go on linear appraisal if they're really nicely bred. Here we go. This one here has the star. That shows that it's gotten a star in its milk. Let me see. I know I have another example in here. That I'm thinking of. So looking for those numbers underneath, that's going to show that the breeder knew that was a really great goat and they had it put into different types of appraisal systems. So the linear appraisal is a really good one to look for, and the DIHR, dairy herd improvement, is a program where the milk gets sent off and tested every month, and they look at the amount of milk the animal's producing, and it really helps to improve dairy herds overall. I know a lot of the good names. If you have one that you're looking at, if you want to send me the herd name, I can tell you if it's one I'm familiar with. The herd names are listed before the name of the goat, so you'll see that listed. Oh, are you still here, Robert? This is your goat's registration that you forgot to take. Anywho, I gotta get those all into a binder in clear sleeves. I'm babbling on about goats. Peggy Pope says, hi Rose, I'm trying to talk my husband into getting a few goats. What would be the best kind to start with? Wanting a couple to start to clean brush around our farm, electric fence versus panel fencing. It depends on what you want. If you just want them for clearing brush, I wouldn't go with a dairy breed. Honestly, I would go with a meat breed if you were just wanting for clearing fence lines and clearing around the farm. I personally love the electric fence but it
If
depends on what your situation.
If we had the option to have solid panel fencing, you know, that would be a good thing. Electric fencing is working fine for us right now. Obviously, it's not foolproof. A permanent fence would be ideal to have as a fallback in case your electric fence fails.
Yes. It's a lot more expensive if you're going to do a large size. If you're just going to do a small size and not rotational graze, then solid fence would be good. And something else, Mike Carey, about picking out a goat is you're going to be looking at the hooves, how well the hooves are maintained. You're looking at the eyes. You're going to check the FAMACHA score to make sure that they're not anemic. You're going to look at the udder. Obviously, if they're young, you're not going to see much. It's going to be kind of hard to tell anything. Their coat, if their fur is spotchy and gross looking, don't buy them. They've got something wrong. They internally parasites or external parasites. Unless you want to have a project right away. I always look for nice, shiny, thick coat, not underweight. Anything that's a sign of parasites, I'm steered off of. I don't want to bring parasites into my herd. I have had really good parasite management for my herd, and I don't want to mess that up by bringing in outside parasites that could become more problematic than what I am dealing with.
Make sure they don't have extra teats too, right?
Yes, count the teats. Make sure they don't have forked teats. Make sure that they don't have any, you know, spurs off the side of the teat. Make sure they're not a hermaphrodite. Unfortunately, that's something a lot of people will trick you into. Oh, thank you, Two Girls in the Acre Homestead. I really appreciate that. Let us know if you have any questions you want us to answer. Cattle panels can be moved in a 6-foot bed truck. I thought that we found that you couldn't.
Maybe when we first
Oh, because I had the little truck.
You had a smaller truck back then.
That's true. I had an Explorer Sport Track, and it has a very short bed. Glad you could join us, Green Gables Homestead, Divine Providence Homestead. Good evening. They aren't pretty anymore, but I managed to bend them back into shape. Cattle panels again. Good. I'm not opposed to rusty or not pretty. As long as it's functional. Two Girls, I wanted to do that this year too. The cucumbers did great. I gotta sneeze. Valerie asked, how is Titus doing? Really good.
It's doing great.
So, she's probably asking because of the food aggression vlog that you didn't watch and we haven't really had a chance to talk about. It's not your fault. You've been working. So I've been feeding. He doesn't do any of that fast eating or growling when he's in the house. When he eats his bowl of food here, my kids are playing with him. I mean, he's not like that. He's only with Khaleesi. So I do think it's the alpha male thing, the alpha dog. He's trying to.
Go wash them in the sink.
Did he just smash all of my strawberries that I just bought?
I don't know.
I will hurt him. Not really. Did you just smash all the strawberries?
Yeah.
That's very naughty. You better eat every last bite then. So I've been feeding them separate, in separate bowls, and watching how they do, and there's no issue. I tell Titus to go back when he starts coming towards Khaleesi's bowl. I say, go back to your bowl. He goes back to his bowl. I don't think it's as big of an issue as I was fearing when I first saw it happen and created the video. I was like, oh my goodness, this is something I know I don't want to become a problem. But I think that we're really going to get it under control because he's so smart and he does want to do good for us. He really does. Thanks for the awesome info. You guys are full of awesome knowledge on this. Aw, thank you, Mike. Rose, I had a Nubian kid twins about a month and a half ago. It's been very hot and humid here in Oklahoma. What can I give her to put some weight back on her? Beet pulp is what we've been using with Hearts. Supplementing some beet pulp into her feed. Just do it about the same ratio that you're doing the other feed. So if you're doing a cup, alfalfa pellets, alfalfa hay, high protein feed is really good. Calf manna is something that you can give just a little bit of if if she really needs the extra boost.
What about the smoothie thing that you make?
Well, that's more for off room and not eating. That's why I haven't been giving her that smoothie every day anymore, because she seems to be starting to bulk up a little bit. Don't you think so? Don't you think Hearts is starting to bulk up a little? I think she is. I mean, it's so hard to tell when you see the same animal every day. It's hard to tell if they're gaining weight or not. But yeah, just maybe feed her separate if she's not already being fed separate, to make sure that she's getting enough. And a lot of times these dairy goats are just going to stay skinny until they wean. I mean, that's part of this breed, and that's okay. I have some skinny mamas out there, you know, but they're feeding their babies, and I stayed skinny when I was nursing nonstop. Isabel Williams, you're not that late. It's only, it's 8:30 already. Seems like we just started. Debbie Hannah says, FYI, my goats did great with 3 deer feeders tied up in the trees. All 7 are happy as can be. Perfect! That is really good to hear. So she was able to feed them while she was out of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're going to have to look into that. Julie Deweese, Robert Shaw. Love watching and learning. I'm from Goathead Acres. Welcome. Cabin Life with Glenn and Maureen. Hello, how are you? We are doing well. How are y'all? It's good to have you in the room with us. I can't have tetanus shots, so I try to keep right on hand rusty metal. Ooh, yeah, you do have to be careful around the rusty metal.
I'm caught up on tetanus shots, thankfully, now. I stepped on a nail a couple years ago, and they gave me a tetanus shot. So.
Deb, I think you're right. We're catching the problem early with Titus, and we are more stubborn than that puppy. Getting started on homesteading. Welcome. Debbie Hannah, wow, thank you. That is so kind of you. Y'all are too kind. I appreciate that. Look at you. What are you doing? Why are you popping me in the back? Look, he's hitting me, y'all.
Did you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
You did?
Yep, they're wet.
Okay.
All clean?
Yeah.
You didn't wash your face, though. Are you still eating your strawberries?
That's it.
Pizza? What's in your mouth?
That's it.
Chip?
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys had any chips left. So, how is everyone? We have 39 people watching. Let's get some really great questions. If anybody's got anything else that they want to ask, or is there something that you want to talk about or tell them about? Oh, I don't know how to adjust the mic. It's attached to a camera.
We haven't ever had to change that, have we?
Yes, but he has a really awesome surround sound system.
Oh.
He has like really awesome, amazing speakers, so it probably reverbs back on him. I'm sorry, I'll turn that up. Do I need to? I talk loud when I'm doing the live show because I think you guys aren't going to hear me. Maybe I should talk normal instead of trying to talk loud. I'm so sorry. Divine Providence heard it too. Big Mouth needs to step back from the microphone.
And I think
I do tend to be a loud person.
Once or twice people have said they have a problem hearing me, but I don't know.
Green Gables, you probably can't hear me whisper. I am a loud speaker by nature. A lot of it has to do with my hearing. I lost most of my hearing as a young person through a lot of ear infections, back-to-back ear infections. And so I really can't hear myself that well. Plus, I'm just loud by nature, personality-wise. I'm just loud. How do you make your elderberry blossom wine? Ryan?
Well,
for a flower wine?
For a flower wine, you're basically going to make like a tea out of the flowers because flowers are very delicate. And then once you've made that tea, Then you commence with a typical winemaking process, which I'm not sure how familiar you are with that, but that's a topic of discussion right
Ryan,
there.
all you have to do is rack your wine, and I will have the whole video out of how to make wine.
I don't know about that. I want to do a wine video.
You can't do.
But it's tough because it's all so far apart.
I have all the video clips saved. I have the entire how to make wine video from start to finish. You just haven't finished. All he has to do is rack the wine. The wine has been done in the carboy, like the big 5-gallon container, has been done. He just needs to bottle it. And you can do that in just the 1-gallon jugs if you want, just to show people how to rack it over.
It's funny, a guy at work was asking me all about making wine, and I pretty much taught him my whole class, and which led me to my question of, I have those instructions somewhere, and I wanted to find them for him, but I don't have to say
We can figure that out.
Yeah, I don't have to say that.
I think that I have.
I
think that I have them.
But yeah, flower wine. Basically, you're making a sort of a tea out of.
Would that be it?
Yeah, there's more to it though.
Yeah, there was more pages.
I taught a class before.
Add yeast, primary fermentation, bottling day. There you go. Merry Christmas, Ryan.
This is my class.
See, it's 4 pages long. So, oh, sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments and questions. Great, you guys. Are we going to hatch out any quail? Yes. I was thinking that I might want to get some from a different place and have different species, not necessarily species, but different bloodlines. Because otherwise, I think I'd be hatching out all brothers and sisters that mated together, and I don't know if that's bad or good, but it might be okay, I guess. I am guilty of the same thing on our live streams. Oh, how funny. Have you guys ever had guineas? I had guineas long before I met Ryan, and owls got them all at night. The owls would take them right out of the trees, and they killed them all. And then we had a flock of about 7 that moved into our backyard, like last year, the year before.
They
came out of nowhere.
They would travel through our yard. They weren't living in our yard.
I tried to make them live in our yard. I tried to give them chicken food and stuff. They were terrified of people. And then the neighbor took care of them because they were annoying him. No, it's not your voice. It's a sound problem. Ooh. Oh, well. I don't know how to fix that on this.
I would love to have some guineas to take care of the ticks.
I'd be afraid that our neighbor would take care of them if we got some. Lots of love from Canada. Glad I was able to pop in and say hi. Hi, Jenny Quintana. I do that every time. Canada. Still peeling eggs. Valerie says, I'm just glad you're on tonight. Oh, you're so sweet. Fumble fingers tonight. Deb, your fumble fingers every night. Your spell check always catches you, and your fingers always catch you. How is the kids, yours, and the goats? Doing really well. Getting started on homestead. Perky, Fancy Girl's little one, nursing fine with no help anymore. We did it, guys. I knew it was gonna work. We just had to keep her interested and keep him interested. Debbie Hannah said, I've been in my baby Billies. How long does it take for you know what to fall off? Oh, a while. I've seen people say just a couple of weeks, and that was never the case for us. It took a while for ours to finally drop off. So don't be concerned that it's taking too long. Do you raise quail? We just started. I have 30 Cotrinix and just put 10 Gamble in the incubator. I'm hoping to take them to a livestock auction once a month for some cash. Ooh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about livestock auction with quail. You could raise them so quick. Yes, we just started with quail this year. We had attempted to start quail a couple of years ago, and we got what were they?
Partridges.
Partridges instead, because the guy sold us partridges as babies because they look exactly like quail.
Hey, don't make
so yeah, we raised those for a while, and then finally we're able to get our hands on some quail from our friends at the Toasted Rabbit. I'm a very loud person myself. Hey, Janet Katana, near Sunridge here. I needed this tonight. Been a rough day. I'm sorry, Divine Providence. Is there anything that we can do to cheer you up or to help you out or support you in any way? Please let us know. I want to see a winemaking video. See? It's so close to being finished. It's just stubborn Ryan over here. Just has to bottle it. That's the only step missing. But I wanted it to be a complete winemaking video because there isn't any complete winemaking videos. Not for the real method of winemaking. I'm not talking like redneck winemaking. I'm talking like how he does it with sanitizers and the whole 9 yards of, you know, he does it right. And you can do it redneck style too, with just a balloon over a bottle if you really want to. But you can talk now. You look like you want to talk.
I don't know what to talk about.
Well, then why were you looking like that?
I don't know.
I am consuming leftover birthday pizza. Mwah. We had pizza too. Every Friday. Hey, just got here. Been missing in action for like 3 weeks, but I'm back. I'm so glad you're back, Chelsea. Where have you been? And it's so funny. I'm glad you signed Chelsea because when I saw your name, Built from Seed, in the logo, I didn't think of Chelsea. Chelsea, my very loyal, great subscriber that's been with us for a while and been so supportive. Vicky has a question. What kind of dog is your pup? And is he also a guardian dog as well? Yes, he is a guardian dog. He is his mom is an Anatolian Shepherd crossed with Marima. And his dad is one that people don't all agree on being a guardian dog, but I totally agree is a guardian dog, and it's an English Mastiff. So English Mastiff regards guardian dogs for generations. I mean, they've played the role of guard dog for families mainly, but also for flocks and herds. It's just not one of the commonly listed ones these days. But I have seen very successful English Mastiff guardian. But they're great pets too, so it fits what we needed. We needed a guardian dog that was going to be a pet too, and love us, and still be like wanting to go for walks with us and not guard, you know, and be willing to leave their herd. Great Pyrenees don't typically want to leave their herd. They'll get upset if they have to leave, whereas Titus is pretty happy going back and forth. My YouTube just now showed you live, although I have been looking at my notifications and on your page also. Ah, I'm sorry, Bad Booty. That's annoying. I even set it to do reminders. Ooh, everything on it in the kitchen sounds like a great kind of pizza. Yeah, we're selling. Are you talking to me? We're selling 2 of our goats. We're trying to sell Rocky and Cream. So they're both up for sale. We're also selling off some of our flock, our chickens. The feed bill has just gotten to the point where it's just too much at this point.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to be going to the farmer's market and making that extra income, it's just too much. So we're going to try to scale back a little bit. Still have our loyal customers that come to us. And, you know, enough for everybody in our family to eat well. Have you had any ducks escape since you put the hog fence in front of the gate? I had to switch the hog fence for the back to the chicken poultry fence. So the hog fence was not suitable. The Toasted Rabbit, you're here. Yes, that's you. Everybody that sees the Toasted Rabbit's comment above that says that's me with the kitty cat, that's who I got my quail eggs from. And if she has any more quail, oh no, you had to get rid of them, didn't you? If you get any more quail, I would love some more eggs to try to hatch out different that aren't related. But I might just throw them in the incubator anyway. Chickens were attacked, lost 2 injured, none taken. I feel it may have been a dog.
It's possible.
That's very possible. We had a bad run-in with a dog at our old place. It was really sad. I just had about 25 new baby quail. Kathy Stevenson, can you ship eggs? Any chance? I would appreciate it. I'll work out a deal with you. Redneck wine. Redneck wine's good, but it's, you know, it's just not the same. It's not as controlled. Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious, Jen. What you made for dinner, Indian. I love Indian food. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again, y'all. Can you read that? Read the comments, please.
Which one?
Starting here. That's where I left. Just read them out loud.
My rabbits had 21 babies. I thought 12 of them were dead, but one of the dead ones was still breathing, and it's still living, 2-day-old now.
Wow.
Wow.
They had 21. One rabbit had 21 babies? Or you had rabbits? Okay, they all gave.
Rabbits. So. That's a lot. That's a lot of babies.
Jen, that is exactly like my chicken the other day. I roasted a chicken, and then I made chicken soup, and then I made another batch of chicken soup, and then I made another, and we still have some left over. I'm just like, I don't want any more chicken soup. Is Titus going to be bigger than the other dog?
Probably,
yes.
yeah.
More than likely. First off, because he's a male. Second off, because of the English Mastiff in him. Male English Mastiffs can get up to 200 pounds. And Khaleesi is definitely a smaller Great Pyrenees than most, I think. Chelsea commented, been crazy busy. I haven't even made any more videos since the initial video dump because I have been so occupied I couldn't make any more brain space. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry you've been so busy. That's a good thing though, Mamie, which is going to be fun with my low spend month and trying to eat out of my freezer. Are you doing that from the Frugal Living group on Facebook, Chen? I've been trying to follow that, but it's I lose track and I forget where they were and where I last left off. Do you know how many votes Ryan got in the beard contest? I'm not sure. I haven't looked. The last time I looked, it was at 6, which other people were already past 6. So we'll hopefully more people will go over to Whistle Thicket's beard contest video and like my comment where I nominated Ryan.
But it I question
best beard. Does anybody have to question that?
No. You're not listening to me. I'm questioning is liking that comment a sufficient vote because
that's what he said in the video, honey.
People that haven't ever watched are gonna be biased towards the ones they have watched, and they might not even go look at one of our videos to vote.
It's still a vote.
Okay.
It's still a vote. We all know that you have the best beard. We don't have to vote on it. You should make a video to update us on everything that's been going on, Chelsea. I would love that. I would love that. Everybody gives a thumbs up. Thumbs up on this video, y'all.
Yeah, like that video.
I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Apparently, I'm a little bit behind. There's 45 people watching. No wonder why I'm behind. Rosa, will see if I can get you some. Oh, that would be so cool. Let me know. And I'll give you my home address because I don't want it to go through the post office and have it get held up anywhere. My incubator holds, what is it, 42 or something like that? It's a big one. I have 3 incubators though, so I could definitely hatch out plenty. I just had another friend give me another incubator. I only bought one of them. Friends just keep giving me them. People will buy an incubator thinking that they want to hatch stuff, and then they realize they're never going to hatch anything again. So I was about to turn my tablet off and saw the live stream. Patrice's projects. Well, I'm glad you called us.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have 2 injured and tote bruised for overnight next week. My hen with 6 chicks. I have my own hospice from maternity ward. Oh, just give him lots of magic water.
I think he's telling me something.
Yeah, he might be. If you don't know what magic water is, it's just adding apple cider vinegar, crushed fresh garlic, and honey to your water for the chickens that have been hurt. It really helps boost their immune system and gives them everything that they need to help fight off any infections. I sold my entire rabbit operation and processed the last dough. We're done with rabbits until we get our property years from now. Boo! I'm sorry about that, Toasted Rabbit, Cindy. I was doing it before they announced they were going to do it, so yes, I'm hanging out with them too. The Frugal Family Food Group. Yes, that's the name. The Frugal Family Food Group on Facebook. Go check them out. Tangy and sorry, I'm reading and talking at the same time, getting lost. Will you be getting your doggies spayed and neutered? Yes. Titus is less than 4 months old, y'all. I don't know how many of you realize that. He's just a baby. Put the link in your live stream and I'll go there. 2 thumbs up. I don't... is he needing more food? Growth Spurt Rose, Titus. It's huge. Oh, he's getting more food. He's been getting more food. I mean, his food... He gets unlimited food. We don't limit his food intake. So he's definitely getting enough food. He is going through a growth spurt. And he is going to be big. Toasted Rabbit, congrats on your new place. Did everybody like this yet? I only see 36 so far. 42 watching and 36 likes. Ramona asked if you're getting your bees. Hi, Dwayne, how are you? I didn't know you guys were watching. These are my friends. Y'all know Mona from the farm center, from when she farm sat for us. We are not getting our bees. We actually had to ask for a refund because the guy was not following through. We were supposed to get them the 3rd week of April. And the 3rd week of April came, and he said, oh, the bees aren't ready. We've had some bad weather. I'm going to have to let them grow more before I could give you bees, which seemed legit, like a good thing to do. Okay, I want to make sure that they're healthy and strong. And then weeks went by, and I didn't hear anything. Anyway, it's a long story. But the point is as of this week, he still had not gotten my bees to me, and it's June in Georgia. So even though I got everything ready for my bees, I'm not getting them. Tangy and Amanda, yes. I stopped in the middle of a sentence there, didn't I? Mind me asking, but what are the cost of 1 goat in a month? Oh gosh, I wish I knew what the cost of 1 goat in a month is. One of my friends actually tried to figure that out, and I think she came up with like something like $5 a day, and that doesn't include any copper bolus, the selenium and E, any other nutritional supplements or vetting of any sort. That is just for a goat feed. So $5 a day is about what she came up with.
I've been watching Coco.
Link to vote for the beard.
I have been watching Coco.
I don't know that I could figure that out while I'm on here and watching and reading comments. I'm sorry. If anybody else is able to do that, that would be lovely. Lovely. Thank you. It's Whistle Thicket is the YouTube name, and they have, it was last week, I think. But yes, Fenny, that is a really good question. It's just really hard to calculate when you have 25 goats. Trying to calculate how much it costs a month for 1 goat. But yeah, I think Dee, my friend Dee, the one that we got Fluff and Nutter from, in one of her, there was a post where people were talking about cost of goats, and I think she did kind of roughly calculate $5 a day.
I've been watching Coco.
You've been watching Coco, yes. 2 girls in an acre homestead. Oh, boo with the bees. Things work out like they should in the end. You will get them. I completely agree. I mean, like, you know, I should have had them in April. I don't want bees in June because my whole point of buying 2 nukes was that I could divide them into 4 nukes by June and have 4 nukes going into the winter, and therefore have 4 nukes that I was collecting honey off of next year. And it would have been perfect for us. It would have worked out deliciously. But if I don't have any in June, and he still hasn't given them to me, then I want a refund. And it turned out okay because I needed the money anyway. So, but if Ty is getting spayed, should be by 6 months. I rescued 6-month-old fathered a little girl before he went to a new home 2 weeks later. Ooh, that's not good. He actually has no descended testicles yet. TMI for some of you, but it looks like he may not be able to breed. I was actually researching it today, and usually by 8 weeks old, their testicles are descended. And it can often mean that they're sterile because the heat of the body keeps them too hot for any to be thriving. But it is very, 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 very highly unrecommended in the livestock guardian world to neuter a male before a year old. It actually can be very detrimental to their health. It can cause cancer. Rowan, you need to stop, please.
Stop.
Patricia.
Trisha's not on.
She's not here.
You should try and find somebody local and get the bees from them. Hopefully you got all your money back. Oh yes, I did get all my money back. And I do have a friend lined up that's going to help me next year. I have a contact for you for a lady that raises them all year long. You can get them ready with Queen. Remind me tomorrow. Okay.
Coco.
I'll think about that, Mona. That's Dwayne. Blue.
Yeah, I know.
Coco is a really good movie.
He watched it without us. Ryan and I wanted to watch it with him, and he refused to wait.
Yep.
Are you selling your goats because they are getting too expensive to feed with what income you have coming in? Yeah. Yes and no. We were doing okay feeding them with the income they were bringing in. And we've had some losses on that income from people who went to a different farm for their milk. Nothing I can do about that. So, and the chicken eggs haven't been selling either. We used to cover all of the animals' feed from chicken egg sales.
And we were sort of geared up to sell lots of chicken eggs, and it was going to be a market thing, and then we decided our time is, you know, we only have so much time, so going to a market takes up time, so we don't need that many eggs anymore. How many do we need? Enough for us, and maybe some extras for the people that are already getting them from us, but just changing some of the way we do things.
Yeah. And there were a lot of obstacles about going to the farmer's market. I didn't really go into details in the video where I said that I had kind of changed my mind. But it cost a lot of money to buy tents, tables, big fancy coolers to hold all that milk and eggs. You have to have it all in really big coolers. And I no longer have a vehicle that can carry any of that stuff. I have a freebie Honda with 300,000 miles on it that somebody gave me when my truck broke. So, you know, it's just, it became too many obstacles. It became like one of those things like, Rose, you're sitting here fighting yourself about how you have to go to the farmer's market. Why? It's clear that there's so many God signs, I call them, that you need to just take a chill pill, Rose, and take a step back and look at things and see if there's a different way you can make money. And I think that YouTube may provide me with that, possibly. I'm hoping. And I think that branching out to different avenues is going to help me with that. Doing some educational programs, some teaching, some classes. Maybe make some videos that I offer only for, like, you know, a few dollars or something. I don't know. Who knows? But the point is it was stressing me beyond belief to try to become a market farmer and thinking that was the only way, when obviously there's other ways. There's other ways. We can make money other ways. It won't be easy, but we can do it. Thank you guys for providing the link for the beard video. If you guys want to go like my comment where I nominate Ryan, that would be great.
Hey.
Don't say another word. We're going to get you there. This beard is the best.
I mean, I see 40 people are watching right now, so I don't see any reason why there shouldn't be 40 likes or more on this. I mean,
yeah, 40 of you can go over there right now. Wouldn't that be amazing? You would totally win then. If all 40 of you went over there and voted for him, he would win. He would win.
I really don't have to win to know that I have a pretty awesome beard.
We know he's got the best. Divine Providence Homestead says, yes, wait to spay or neuter until 1 year, especially for large breeds. Lack of growth hormones cause hip and joint issues plus cancers. Yes,
yeah,
hip and joint, that was the other thing I read about. Well. Yeah, I heard you lost customers and income was low. Yeah, and it's alright. I mean, it's going to pick back up. There's always people that are reaching out. The problem is consistent customers are hard to find. There's always people that are like, I want to buy milk. Oh, that sounds like such a great idea. And they buy one jar and then you never hear from them again. And they take off with your jar too, you know. That. So it's like, there's just no telling, you know. I mean, people are weird. But if I can get consistent customers, those are really, really, really good. I've got 2 people that come usually on Fridays and get their milk and eggs if they need them, and they're very helpful. Yeah, he doesn't really roam. Titus has gotten out to come to us. He runs right to us. And hopefully once he's big enough not to fit through the holes in the electric fence, he goes through the electric net fence, but he jumps up through the bigger holes. He's smart. He's too smart. And soon he won't be able to fit that way. So it won't be an issue forever. Best thing to do for dogs that want to roam or get out is to have good fencing. That's really the only way to resolve that. Absolutely. The universe is super duper showing up to tell you to relax. This is something better, always. I know. There's got to be something better. Our local farmers market makes you have $1.5 million in insurance to sell there. No thanks. That's crazy. I'm going to sell something on my personal page to local people. And that's something that we do a lot too. We do, like on my own personal Facebook page, I'll just say, I've got extra eggs. Who needs eggs? And I'll get 5 different messages from people.
It's to people, you know, that want our stuff, really. You go to a market and you don't know who's going to buy. You're catering to strangers, you know, and that's kind of...
And, you know, the $1 million insurance thing, that's actually the case for all of the markets I've looked at. So that's another expense. So I have to have money up front to be able to do all the things that I want to do to make money. And sometimes you just don't have that money up front. Like right now, I don't have it. So it's alright. It's alright. You know, yeah, selling ginger.
Yeah.
You know, if I had enough garlic, I would sell it, but I'm pretty sure we're going to eat all that garlic. Or save it for seed. Sorry, guys. Next year, we'll be planting a whole lot more garlic. Now that we've gotten our hands dirty with it and figured out what to do and how to do it, I am ready. Probably better to contact restaurants or do field trips for homeschoolers to come to your farm. That's something we're actually looking at doing. We have several homeschoolers that want to do some classes here.
You got to be careful there too, though, because
you have to have all the farm insurance. Yeah. See, that's the other.
Farms are dangerous.
Well, at least if we do a small size, we can have them sign waivers.
Yeah.
So that's and thinking outside the box. Exactly. Pet booty giant breeds develop very slowly. I have a 10-month-old golden Pyrenees who has 0 interest in females and heat. Even his vet advised waiting until he's 3 years old to castrate him. I thought I had heard even more than a year. So, Ryan is winning? Oh, boy. Seriously? That is such great news, Green Gables. The link isn't printable to go to the video. Can you send it again, Green Gables? I would watch Titus with undescended testicles by the age of 6 months. Could mean that he has cryptocridism, which is a form of cancer. Just be careful and watch out for that. Now, I read about cryptocridism, whatever that word is, however you pronounce that. I actually read about that today, and it didn't say it was a form of cancer. It said that it could be more higher potential to have testicular cancer. Unless maybe I read a different word that was very similar to that. And it does concern me that he could be more prone to it. And I will still have him have the surgery to have them removed when he's old enough. It's going to be a more complicated surgery. It's more internal, unfortunately. And it costs more than just a regular outpatient thing. The males aren't fully mature until they're 5 years old. Whoa, I got a long time to wait then.
Thanks for all the votes for my beard.
Yay! Everybody's voting for your beard. That would be so cool. I mean, he doesn't win anything. He just wins the notoriety.
Props, you know.
Notoriety.
He said there's a certificate.
Yes, he said he would.
I would
print out a
definitely.
certificate for you.
I would have to have that framed or something. I guess. I don't know.
Isn't that the truth? Two girls in the acre homestead. You have to have money up front to make money. But like you said, it's okay. There are other ways. Like, but it's so true. It just boggles my mind. And, you know, I was interviewed at the Farmers Market Association conference last year, which I need to find out when that interview is going to air. It was going to be a audio podcast. He never has contacted me. He said it was going to be sometime this year. Anyway, and that was what I said was the biggest, you know, one of his questions was, what do you think is the biggest obstacle to a market gardener? Money. If you don't have money up front, if you don't come from a family that has money, or you have a spouse who makes a ton of money, there's no income to create income with. It's like you're stuck, you're trapped. It's that oppression, if you will, that poor people deal with on a daily basis. It's so hard to get out of being poor if you're poor, because there's no way to truly, I mean, you can do things, you can go, you know, try to improve your life and do better and get a better job, better schooling, and that's great, but it doesn't always result in a higher income.
Oh, we're past an hour.
And I'm not even caught up on the chat room. It doesn't feel like we're past an hour. This has been a really great live stream, you guys. It's been very, very good talking with you. Do individual homeschool family as a tour. They can sign a waiver. You could also get high school homeschoolers to come and help you work on your farm and volunteer hours. That's a really good idea. I should contact the 4-H. The 4-H here in our town has a lot of homeschoolers. Oh, excuse me. You could do walkabout classes for wild edibles too. That would be very, very good one. A lot of people are always asking me. I've had people ask me to do them, like mushroom foraging classes and stuff, and I'd be glad to. I enjoy talking about that kind of stuff, if you can't tell. And cheese making classes is actually one of the top ones on our list, Jen. We actually have a friend that's volunteered that if we can get a few people together, she'll let us use her kitchen, because our kitchen isn't very roomy. It's kind of cramped. These older houses, the rooms are all square, small, so she's got a bigger open space that we could use. Oh, sorry, Fenny. 3 a.m. You better get some sleep. Thanks for visiting us from the Netherlands. Dirty Dog Diggers just wanted to stop by and show some love. Oh, thank you. Usual for castration of LGD is 2 years. I found getting fixed did nothing to curb the desire to roam. Yeah, the ones that want to roam are going to. Notoriety for best beard.
That's the thing. I think there's a line you have to draw somewhere about when you castrate the animal, because if you do it early enough, it can curb certain behaviors, marking territory for males, maybe roaming, I don't know, but for their looking out for their health, you want to wait till later, so it's like juggling, I guess.
You need to read that comment from Divine Providence Homestead. Out loud.
By the way, Ryan, more than a month ago, you encouraged me to make my first video, and I didn't give you credit just for it. Sorry, but I did a whole good job. I don't need you to give me any kind of credit. I'm happy for you, and I'm glad that you did get out there to do something. It's always good to try new things, and if you stick with it, then maybe it'll work out for you.
Okay, J&A Golden Purities confirmed that cryptocritism isn't a cancer, it's just more likely. And that's true, I did read it was definitely more likely. So that's kind of scary. But, I mean, we can't do much about it. Being scared isn't going to do anything, so we're just going to make sure we remove them when we can. I hate being poor too, but you know what? I think that it makes us stronger, and it makes us appreciate things more. And really, we're not poor. We have so much more than other people who have money. You guys, I can't even tell you how many times I have people say, I wish I could live your life. I wish I could have your lifestyle, where you have chickens and goats and your kids get to play with them all day. But you know what? They don't know the work that goes into it. But they don't also see the joys of watching the animals be born and collecting the eggs and washing them and getting them ready for eating, and just, you know, there's so much blessing in this life. Even if we don't have the excess stuff that a lot of people with money have. Those are the things that make people happy. It's the moments, the time that we share together, working in the garden together, and taking care of our animals and appreciating them and enjoying their company. Those are the things that truly bring me joy and happiness. So I'll take this life over a billionaire's life any day. Any day. Money isn't what brings you happiness. It's being with the people that you love and doing the things that you love. And that's what I told Ryan when he was out of work and we were really, really struggling. And we had no way of knowing how we were going to even pay our rent. And we literally were at our very, very bottom. Financially, never been worse in our lives, either one of us. And it was scary, y'all. But I tell you what, when he was looking for work, he thought, maybe I should look at ones that pay higher. Maybe I should look at jobs that are bigger incomes and off in the city. And I'm like, no. I was like, you would be miserable. You would be the most unhappy person in the world if you went to go do some horrible job like that you hated, and in the city, up in Atlanta, and driving an hour and a half both ways. No, that was not an option for us, because I knew that Ryan had to be happy in his job. He had to do what he loved, and he followed that. He followed what he loved. And here he is working in a job that he absolutely loves. And it isn't a bad income. It's pretty good compared to, you know, what we've had in the past. It's not the worst we've ever had. And, you know, it'll be good. It'll be good. We'll make it through. And we're rich in spirit. Exactly. We're all poor in money, but rich in all the ways that count. Divine Providence Homestead said. I had to come to the realization that making money was not my first priority after having a heart attack and cancer. I can't imagine going through that, Kathy, but you're absolutely right. Maha asked me to send a message that says she says hello. Maha says hello. Maha, listen to me. I read literally, don't I? Maya says hello. Hello. Ryan, did you hear me? Whoa, where did that come from? I am way behind in the chat room. Hold on. Don't start saying bye. We are all rich in resourcefulness. Farming in general is costly. Equipment, supplies, feed. I feel your pain. Exactly. It is. It is very costly to farm, but it's so worth it. So worth it. Ah!
That's not Maya.
Maya's in there. She's in the computer. I lost you. I lost you. Okay. Moved to North Alabama. I saw property online this morning that has 10 acres of commercial greenhouse and a farm stand at the road. Oh, that would be so cool. Makes you think about the important things in life. Exactly. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Amen. So true. Yes, I live vicariously through Rose, as where I live don't have space and can't have animals like that. That's right. That makes life wonderful. The small things in life. Money does not make anyone happy. Well said, Rose. So true, Rose. Thank you. Well, it looks like you guys know all about your breed, and it doesn't look like he's old enough to even worry about it yet. But we will worry about it because we're going to keep an eye on that. Thank you for being attentive to making sure that we don't end up with oops puppies. And that wouldn't be good. Not for me. That would be a headache trying to get rid of all of those puppies. Although it would be an amazing, beautiful mix. I don't want to deal with puppies. Then again, I wish I could afford some hay that's actually green. Stupid drought.
Hey, don't pull
right? Money ain't nothing but a thing. No, the traffic is the devil. Thank you for taking this time with us. Thank you, Brenda Buckley, for that wonderful donation. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys have been so good. Part-time Burmese, you are late. Where were you? Were you in somebody else's live stream? Because I saw Bandana Grandma say something about somebody was going live in a little bit at 7:30, and I asked who, and she didn't answer. And nobody's supposed to be live during this time slot. It's my time slot.
It's our time.
No, seriously, like they have a Homestead live show schedule, and you can schedule to go at the same time as somebody else, but it wouldn't be considered very polite if you did.
It's frowned upon.
Right.
We're not in somebody else's time now.
No. No, nobody else does live on Friday. That was part of the reason why I chose Friday as our time slot.
Okay.
It was her sister. Who's her sister? She has a sister with a YouTube channel, Valerie? See, how am I so out of the times? How do I not know this? I'm so confused. I guess it's okay if it was her sister. Oh, yeah, getting everything done does make it hard. I ask Ryan, I'm always, like, trying to click on a live show, and, like, we'll be in the middle of something. He looks at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, but they're live, and I want to watch. I am lucky to have access to farm eggs and fresh vegetables from the farmer's market. I really need to talk my son into building a raised bed for me. Yes, you do, Deb. You would be so good at it. Gappy is currently chewing on her 90-pound brother's ear. I sense naughtiness in the near future. You only have 7 subscribers? Okay, all 45 of you that are in the room right now, go to Divine Providence Homestead and subscribe. Let's do this. Let's get them up there. Let's get them over 50 tonight. You guys all could do that to help support them. Please. Please. I know, we're over. He's tapping my leg. He's like, Rose, it's time to go. Alright. That's it, everyone. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I have never seen any other YouTube channel with the amount of support and love from their subscribers that I have, and I don't know why that is, but thank you. I really, really appreciate that.
It's been a fun night, guys. Thank you guys all for coming by and hanging out with us for this hour and 13, 14 minutes. I'm glad it worked out this week. I remember we had some technical difficulties last week, so
I updated the OBS server. I think that might have been part of the problem if it wasn't YouTube.
yeah. So
Yay! Everybody's going to subscribe to Divine Providence Homestead. Yay!
that's funny.
You guys are the best community. You really are, and I really, 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 really appreciate it. Part-Time Burmese, you might want to go back and watch this one. This was a really good live show. I felt really good about it all night. Like, you guys just really made me in a good place tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stringfield Ridge Farmer, I didn't even see you in here. Is that the only time you commented? Or did I just miss you earlier? I'm sorry if I missed you. Getting a little buzz. Okay, I can do that on OBS.
No, look. When I'm talking, look, it stays in the green and yellow. I see sometimes.
But when I talk, it goes up to red.
It goes up to red.
Oh, thank you, part-time Burmese. I didn't know I could check that. Somebody else was mentioning that I didn't sound good. Because I'm loud. Is this better? Is this better? Is this better? Oh, well. I'm not going to mess with it now, I guess. We're going bye-bye. But, yes, I see where I can adjust that in OBS. Thank you. I had no idea. They were like, adjust your volume. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. The mic is just attached to the camera. I should have known you would know, Cindy. Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess that's about it then, huh?
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
All right.
You know the drill.
Wait, it's not a vlog. Do we say that?
We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots. Bye! Wait, you want to say it? Hold on. Rowan has to do it.
We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots. Peace out.
Peace out. That's our new one. Wait. Liam has to do it.
Listen to us.
Good job, boys.
All right, yeah, everybody, hit that thumbs up button on your way out or before you go out. Hit the thumbs up button, and oh, what the heck? I'll plug it. Go like that beard on that other video. Why not? I wasn't gonna.
And go subscribe to Divine Homestead, Divine Providence Homestead. Love y'all. Have a great night. Make sure you have a thumbs up. Make sure you have a thumbs up. Rowan says. Make sure on your way out, hit that thumbs up.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
All right.
Bye.